All right. We're starting early, just because I haven't this very new this the way we start the stream is different. So we're starting the stream early just to see how this all works. This is very different. We used to be able to send the key or the link. I wonder if this is the way to send the link. Can um, can everybody hear me? I don't see any. Oh, here you are, Bruce. I see you. Okay, I see you. I see you. So you guys hear me? So there's Bruce and David in. Oh, you hear me fine. Okay, great. Okay. Um, but this thing keeps changing the. So you still hear me? Because I now see myself not moving. Hey, Sandra, what's up, gang? That's Mez. So do you see me, Mez, moving fine and you can hear me fine? Because this is very different than the way I did things before. I have no, honestly, I'm only going by the software here. So do you still hear me fine, Bruce? Because I did something and I don't know if it's working the same. And no one's responded yet, so I don't know if you hear me. Yes, you hear me. Okay, good. All right, so it's 9:31. Let's wait for a few more people to come in. And we're going to talk about um, what it takes for long-term success. Um, you know, basically, Bruce and David know, they grind year-round. That's very important, right? Because it's a market. Like you take for example, last year in January we had we had a much stronger start, right? Where this year we ended up having a really big win right towards the end of December, right? So the great wins come at different times of each year. It's a market. Things change, right? I do. It's good. Thanks, Dave, for letting me know. Like, Dave, Bruce, serious people. You can see, like, I know what serious people for success is. A lot of people aren't. Um, and the reason being is they don't take the time to study, look at things, right? They think the market is always sunshine, and they don't realize there's going to be some turbulent times. But when you grind with skill year round through the turbulent times, okay, so you're winning and you're losing with skill, okay, then you have real success. Yes, so there's Eric. Hey Eric, how are you? So yes, you say yes, I guess, because you hear me. Um, 4 concurrent, 6 concurrent, 7. More people are coming in. All right, so like I was saying, the market does change, right? But one thing you want to do, one thing that I do and I teach and preach is you want to grind with skill year round. I mean, if success was easy, right, everyone would have it, but it isn't. It isn't easy. It's work, um, and a lot of people they're promised things by people, and they're changing their methods here and there. Uh, they're trading too many options or not trading enough options. So there's problems of people overdoing things or underdoing things or not taking action. So for example, let's say you have 3 plans we get into. And let's just say it happens that first one doesn't work out, the second one doesn't work out, but the third one is massive, massive winner. So for example, in December, we were having 3 plans. We got in first to AMD and Apple, but they were slow, but they were producing some gains, right? Now, let's say let's just say for example that uh, AMD, which was a winner anyways, AMD was a loser, Apple was a winner, okay, and then the huge Tesla win that we were stocking. We're going to talk about that. You don't go into it. You went into the AMD, and the AMD you were losing, just as an example, okay, and the Tesla and the Apple you were winning, and you decide not to go into the third plan, which was Tesla, and there's your big payday, right? So that's why I say grind with skill, because we never go into we wait for confirmation, because just because I like something, it still has to do the right action, and we do the same thing year round. Like it's every year has been the same thing. I approach the market, I see the pivots we need, and again, this is grinding with skill. Same thing year round, right? Different points. So there's reversals, breakouts, and midpoint breakouts, right? So we what we had in Tesla basically was a reversal that I got us into, right? So we got in this day and caught this move. Very few people catch moves like that because they're not prepared to do what it takes to succeed. So a lot of people also leave a lot of money on the table. They leave a lot of money on the table. By the way, I forgot. I want to wear I'm wearing my glasses here. And what these are, these glasses, is because we you don't want to see like you want to at nighttime, looking at blue light. Um, it's not good for the. It can disrupt your sleep. So I started trying this out. And I'm not sure if it does anything, but I decided, what, I'm going to wear these these glasses. So, and I was supposed to put them on. So basically, we caught this great move and a lot of great moves, like like we did the AMC. Now I want to tell a story. For example, this is a great story. It happened to one of my members, and we had in the beginning of the year we went into a trade. We went into a PayPal position, and then came GME. Now, what I always tell people is you want to go in the same amount of contracts per plan. And this is a true story. Now, this happens not just to, it can happen to anybody. So what I did is, what I usually do is I subdivide my plan. So for example, I go in 18 options. So I went 18 in PayPal. And it happened to be a loser. So took the losses in PayPal, but then went for confirmation on GME. And of course, GME was a blow up win, right? Now, if I Take another member, what they did, okay, not following the rules, is they went in too big. They liked PayPal so much, they went in too big in PayPal. Although PayPal was small losses, compared to the wins, let's put it this way. Um, we had options in GME, and this is on my created playlist. You can see the GME win is one of the biggest wins, one of our big wins we had in 2021 and earlier in the year. And again, I do what I practice, what I preach. So I subdivide my trades. So, but the loss in PayPal was minuscule compared to the gains in GME. Because I grind was my skill with the rules of experience that I tell people to do, right? But what do people do? Well, what did one person do? They went in 30 contracts in PayPal and only 2 in GME. And on top of that, they didn't even hold the runner of the GME. So again, you notice if you look at my channel, what we do is we look to catch max gains. It's about catching the big winners, because the big winners, when you catch them, they give you a lot of power. Okay, we aren't day trading, little scalping. We don't do that, right? That's a different method, and different methodology, and different mindset, right? We catching max moves. So what we did here in Tesla, most people don't do this kind of, don't catch these kind of gains. $1,000 options to 9,000, over 9. You know, actually they went to about 12,000, but we got stopped out at 9.6. Okay, that's 900% gains. It's 3 days. However, this was stock. We were waiting for confirmation, never confirmed. Okay, so we're grinding. That's what I mean by grinding. We were waiting for confirmation for Tesla. Okay, and as we were waiting for Tesla, we were managing the trades in AMD, and so all we had were 3 plans in December that confirmed. And of course, we are grinding with skill. You don't know when the big winners come, but you grind with skill, and they do come without fail year round. The minute you stop grinding, right, you decide to go. I had some members say, you go on vacation. You go on vacation, you miss the big win, and then what happens? Now you come back in January, and nothing's happening this time, right? There was no special gains. You know, we went into an Apple plan that didn't work out didn't go. Again, it was small losses, but we also came off of 2 Apple wins going. They were small wins, but they were bigger wins when you add them up than the loss that we had in Apple, because the market changed, right? We were looking to get into Tesla. Tesla wouldn't confirm, right? So we're up nice and strong in great gains. But if you didn't grind with skill and you missed the Tesla trade that we caught, and the people who grind with me caught, you're like, what's going on here? Losses are going to happen, but the losses are minuscule compared to the gains. But in order to get back what you lose, you have to get into another winner, right? You have to grind, right? Sometimes, things start. I mean, the market this year, we had this great move in Tesla, but that didn't last very long, and the market decided to change, right? I mean, when they had this move on the news, they were talking. There were some people who bought a lot of options. We're talking about $1 million, thinking that it was going to. And I think the calls were the 1,200 calls. They didn't make that much money. They had to be stopped out because we didn't confirm this day. We were looking to get in this, but it wouldn't confirm, right? I knew this was difficult to get in. I knew there was an issue, but I knew what had to happen in order for the odds to be in our favor. So I'm actually really happy with this pullback. So we caught him. This move that we caught a big portion of the move, right? This happened before the earnings news, right? So it never would. We were trying to get in this, but it wouldn't confirm. Then it opens up strong, right? Then can't confirm and pulls back. You gotta grind with skill, right? But I love pullbacks in Tesla because I am a Tesla master. So basically, I'm telling people right now that we're gonna have other We're gonna have other stocks we get into than other than Tesla, and a lot of big movers. But Tesla is a big key to growing your account. Um, Not only do I have all kinds of wins under my belt in Tesla, I grind year round, like I say, and the people who do as well, they do just as well. And you'll see the notes, like David, that's right now in the live stream. Um, as you can see, Serious Success comes to the live stream, right? And you know, he knows that everything I'm saying is true. So I'm coming to this live stream to say these facts, okay? Now, some people may not come to the live stream for time zones, right? But for that one person that comes and maybe has an issue, uh, that decides to speak up or say something, um, I can answer a question, right? But a lot of people have a lot of mental issues. Okay, if the market was easy, everyone would succeed. A lot of people they make mistakes. Okay, they don't have a clear path of what they want to do. They're always changing. They don't have a winning method. They haven't had a winning method that has consistent wins for even 1 year or 6 months for that matter. They're always changing something. They start winning with one way, they go to something else, right? So you have to first assess yourself, right? If you don't assess yourself, right, and say, do like, am I missing, do I even know how to forecast where something's going to go? Do I know how to even manage it? Do I get into the winners and then get out too early and watch them fly higher, right? What I do, we look to catch max gains. Now, does it always happen? No, but this year we had 4 monster wins, right? Game-changing wins. And I mean, I don't know if Fernando's here, but for example, Fernando came back in the group, grinded all year. He caught he caught this big win in Tesla, and that helped his account tremendously, right? Giving him power to catch more wins, because we're gonna have wins where we're getting 100% gains, and then we're gonna have these monster wins, right? But the monster wins come when they come, right? What we do is we grind with skill, looking to catch that. The whole strategy is looking to catch and I know how to do this, right? So again, that's why I say it's a grind with skill, catching real moves. And a lot of people who trade, they talk about it, and you'll hear them say, even who do well, still don't catch max moves because they don't have their method of trading. Um, it's like this. What happens is this. Trading's a lot of mental. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, say you get into a position and you're seeing that you're winning, right? And then you said, I should have took. You could have taken profits, but then you didn't, and you said I should have. And then when the really good trade comes in, you are thinking like the one that failed you, or and you said I'm going to take profits, and then you watch it take off, right? That's why I have rules and strategies. Like when my plans confirm, the stock has to act a certain way. What we always do is we look to bank 100% gains and don't hold runners. In my videos, you can see that I type in my group instructions, and inside, when you're in my group, you're supposed to be reading the updates, and I kind of tell the pivots and I put the stops in place, right? Now, another thing I want to tell my members is that if I don't change the updates of the stops, right? That's what the stops are going to be. I'm going to be trying to post less in the group, but just more of the confirmation. All the instructions to get in, the buy stops, and of course, we always take profits when you see your options, because we had very short time to get out of the. We had before this Apple win, we had another one that we were able to get 100% gains, but it was so quick, it lasted less than 30 seconds. The only way to get that was to put in the trade. And it did give it, by the time I told people to do that, Apple pulled back and never gave those 100% gains. And that's fine. We ended up taking our 60% gains and then moving on. So we had a couple of wins in Apple, probably leading up to about 150% gains. And then we lost about, I would say, 30% on the app, but minuscule. I mean, you're talking about a few $100s versus, $9,000 in Tesla we just had, right? So, and then if you take the wins we had in Apple, there was no loss in Apple, just loss of profits. But we are very strong, and we are ready. We are flat, ready for new confirmations to make great gains in the market, right? So that's what this is all about. It's preparation. It's a grind. Being ready to catch those gains. In 2020, another story I want to tell you, in 2020, in August, we had one of the biggest wins. I would say it's about the same as this one, but it was probably a bit bigger. But those options cost 2K. They went to 27K when we got stopped out. But when we got stopped out, it kept which was about 2,000. It went $2,000, more. So, for example, if we would have had stops at 25K and not got stopped out and held, those options actually went to 40K. But it had went already 5K against us, right? But because we grind with skill, we have a lot of power. We are trying to make max gains with profits, right? So, for example, why we were able to catch those gains, and we do this year round, is because we're using the power we have, the leverage we have, when those wins come, to catch more. Yes, you're going to lose some profits, but guess what? You wouldn't, if we got 27K, we had to wait we were holding those options to get a 27K for 5 days. Imagine if you had stopped out early for all the wrong reasons without skill and only at 10K, and then watch it go to 27K. Or sorry, because we got at 27K, but before we got stopped out, our options were at 33K. And you can see that video on my YouTube channel. You'll see it labeled for 2020. I'm pretty sure it's a test 2020. You look in the creative place, you'll find it, right? I mean, that was a game changer for especially people who grind with skill. And, for example, Bruce caught that, right? Was able to send me a 2.5K gifts, a great message. But he grinded with skill year round, right? Still with me to this day. There's people, they come to the group, they can't follow rules, they don't get into plans, they get into a loser and then don't get into a winner. If success was easy, everyone would have it. That's why I tell people it's a grind with skill, right? I do all the hard work. I do all the mental requirements of what it takes to succeed, all step by step, right? And that's why when you watch those videos, you have to ask yourself, could I have done that? So all you have to do is, if you're not studying and understanding what's going on, you're not going to take action when the time comes, right? So you won't win. No one wins 100% of the time, and it doesn't really matter. What it matters is catching the big wins. We win more than 80% of the time, right? So we just win. But sometimes you're going to have what's called the rain. There's going to be some tough times where you don't really make much money, right? And you're going through a few losers during that tough time, but guess what? Boom, the winner comes again. And you're prepared to get in it because you're grinding if you can grind from the rain into the sun, you always catch big sun. But if you're only catching the sun, and as soon as things get tough, and as soon as the sun comes again, you're not prepared to catch it mentally because you can't get through the rain part. That's why I tell people you have to take this as a serious business. If it was easy, think about it. Everyone would succeed. It's not. It is work, but it's worth it. It pays very well. I mean, it was a great year, 2021, a fantastic year. For many, for a lot of businesses and stuff like that, some businesses had a very difficult year, right? It's not always sunshine and rainbows for any company, but the companies that grind, it's just like anything. Tesla has its moments, and they kept grinding. Very successful company now, right? And it's going to continue to be a success, and it's a market leader now, right? A lot of people misunderstand it, don't know very much about it, but as an options trader, it's a monster opportunity to trade Tesla. I think we're going to be winning in Tesla for the next 10 years. It could even be more. The opportunity in Tesla is just starting now. There are so many things. I've done a lot of study. Again, I'm a shareholder. In fact, I bought a lot of my shares from all the profits I made in options, and I just decided to put more of my cash. Instead of being so much in cash, I put it to work and, again, killing it with Tesla. Killing it with Tesla in shares, killing it in options, and doing this all step by step. I had told members, listen, I'm buying shares. Told them, right? But that's what I'm going to be doing. Said, this is what I'm doing. Not only did I tell about the Tesla options, I talked about the Tesla shares, right? I bought it in the 450 area, 400 area. Okay. So while I did that, that was after the split, it was a fluctuation, but it wasn't for long. Boom, making money. It wasn't long. Told my members, guess what? When Tesla was having a difficult time, I saw there was a lot of baloney. Said, you know what? I'm buying another 700 shares. I'm buying more shares in the 700 area. 710, 700 area. Bought more shares there. Won again with the shares. Top of that, more option wins, right? That we got into. I tell it how it is. I give the instructions. I give the power to succeed massively. I do it for myself. I know. But many people who fail, even imagine, it's so hard you got to know a lot of things to succeed in the market. You have to know how to make a plan, what options to use, how to get in, how to hold. And I bet you very few people are able to do that. And I bet you a lot of people could never catch this, even if I'm guiding them step by step, because mentally not ready. They're not used to seeing money like that. Whoa! They're used to getting in and watching their profits because they're getting in the wrong kind of plans. So the mindset's all wrong. We're trying to catch monster gains. Monster gains. And we do this year over year. And you can find this all on my YouTube channel. I show it. I show it all. All you have to do is look, right? And I only, for me, I enjoy the members who succeeded. It's an amazing feeling, But it was hard work. It's a hard work. I had some people who've success and not success, but they finally got it, and then they succeeded, It wasn't like, some people, it takes them a while, right? But they get it, they see the value, and they keep grinding. They make a lot of members. Like I said, I have members. Then I have people, who've made a lot of mistakes. I explain. Yes, I know. They tell me. That's why I tell you, people. Listen, if I'm telling you, you got to grind with skill. You got to grind with skill. Every plan I post, I'm going inside myself, right? Because that's the main way I make my money. Now, if people aren't winning along with me, what's the point of posting plans in the group? For what purpose do I have? Right? If people aren't going to win and make money, because the group is free, right? I let people see the value, come in the group, make money, then they see the value, send me gifts. The ones that are serious, people who don't want to send gifts, well then, they don't see the value, right? They're not going to make money with me, and they're not going to make money with them for themselves, right? I have people who come and claim, oh, I lost all this money, blah, 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 blah. but then they don't even come and follow the rules. Right? I know who's serious for success. I give people a chance. But then I see the excuses of why they don't do something. Same old, same old. Oh, I should have went in more. Oh, man, you have no idea. Yes, oh, I went too big in. I've had. You have. If you hear the excuses I've had, I've told a lot of people. So people that succeeded for a short period of time, but then they lose focus. They start. I had a member. Luke was doing very well. He was a member. He actually caught that trade 2K to 27K. He only had one option. He asked me a question. He said, Sandro, what should I do? Because he's seen a lot of how the things work. And I said, listen, these kind of trades like this uh, are very hard to get. They do come, and you have these 2K gains right now. You should have had a runner. So he listened to me. He risked the profits. I said, the worst thing can worse is you're going to have less profits, but an opportunity to do some great gains for your account. And that's what happened. But what he did, he's a young guy. What he did is he said he started paying off. He had to pay off a lot of debts when he won that thing. And Ben wasn't consistent, right? Wasn't taking the trades properly and so on and so forth. But when he did listen, he did very well. He was able to catch that win and other wins, right? But as I said, success is easy. Success is hard, and a lot of people, even with the most powerful advice, which is coming from me, with deep experience, can't succeed. Mentally, they decide, they get into the loser, then they miss the winner. I had a member that started really strong, and I did speak with him, and he said to me how his mindset was all wrong. And I already know this. Listen, people, a lot of people have what I call mental issues, right? They have baggage of experience, and they don't know how to really manage their accounts. They don't go into winners, they go into losers, never into winners. When you grind with skill and take this a serious business, you're going to succeed without fail. It's money management. any what's the word? Any any questions? Anybody have a question or a story they want to share? Like just writing something about it. Now don't be shy. This is your time, because you can explain something, and I will be able to, um, take give you some feedback on that, because I've dealt with a lot of people, and so anybody have a question? Now I'm gonna try to figure out the best times to post stuff for to let people know. I haven't done live streams in a long time. My hope is to help that one particular person. Uh, Something clicks in their mind, and they decide to really change something, and take a good look at what we're doing, and want to grind with skill. Um, do you ever play stock short? Right? And no, we haven't been playing stock short because the cycle of those are short, are have been very short lived, and it also screwed us up on trying to catch. We could, like, it's not like we can't. just like the market's trend, uh, and the most money was made going long. Like if you compare how much money there was to making going long Tesla versus short, you know the answer to that, right? So I focus on what I'm really good at. And plus, one of the reasons why I focus on the long side, because the trend is that way, is basically I use a lot of tax. I trade more in my tax-free savings accounts. Well, uh, and so I have a regular account, one account. So if I even was to go short, it's really for small. It would be smaller than the longs, right? So that's one reason. Um, but I mean, we've had massive, huge success just going long, right? Uh, Ever since 2000, listen, 2016, people were bearish this market. It's been the same story every year. 2016, 2017, 2018. We all have, market has different issues. There were all kinds of political issues, you name it, right? We went through all that, right? But we went through it with different, the market's all different, right? Like Tesla back in 2017 is nowhere as powerful as it is today, right? Or as great, right? The spreads were wider, but it still provided a lot of great gains. I mean, I've been trading Tesla options since 2016 long, right? 17, 18, 19, 20. And again, 20 was, every year was bigger. In 2019, we had some good ones. We had some 6K wins, and um, we had 9 back-to-back wins in 2019. In Going into the end of the year 2019 in Tesla. But then we caught that massive win. I mean, look at every year so far, it's just got better and bigger. And so why not make the most out of something when it's there, right? Um, and basically, that's to summarize everything, right? So, can't see. So, can I select? So that's just one more question. Okay, so how I select plans? It has to follow. It's all momentum based. Okay, so for example, um, you know, in 2019, BA was a stock that uh, was in my rule set, right? So a stock meets my rule set, and then I look for the options we need, right? This is again, it's an adaptive skill, right? For example, AMC, I saw that it's a big winner, right? But it was only good for about 3 plans. And a lot of people, this is a good question what he's asking me. So a lot of people, they get stuck in a big winner. I had a person say, "Are we going to get into more plans?" I go, "No, not really." When we had the first big win, I wasn't looking to go into any more of GME because GME was one of those kind of one-offs, right? But then I saw it starting following the rules again, and I got us into a couple of more wins in GME. But once it showed to me, once it stopped following the rules, I saw the odds weren't in our favor anymore. I didn't put us in any more GME. I saw a great opportunity in AMC, same thing. AMC um, was, I saw a huge opportunity. I put us in there, great huge wins in that one. But again, it was short-lived and it stopped following the rules. It's gone, right? Apple, for example, we didn't trade much Apple, and it just doesn't follow the rules. When I saw it look good, we took some action again, right? But then when it's not producing what it's supposed to do, I leave it alone. And then we go into what really works. And again, Tesla just follows the rules, right? So, and again, it's adaptive thinking. Just how I got us in this. Remember, we grinded for Tesla for a couple of weeks. It wouldn't confirm, but I knew it had potential to move. It's just in my rule sets. It's in my system rules, right? Again, that is a skill, right? It's that is that's why I posted in the group, right? You can person can try to dissect how we're doing it, right? But it's always changing. I mean, you can watch my videos and say, go ahead, catch the next Tesla win, right? Are they going to do that, right? You know, there were times we were supposed to get into a Tesla win, and and I didn't post a plan because in time, no one took it. And by the time, but I told people, and they go, why didn't you post? I didn't post it in time. Highly skilled what I do. It's highly skilled what I do. I have people studying with me that work with me. They still want to work. They don't decide to say, I want to do this on everything on their own. They still want to work with me. It's that hard, what I do. So, oh, Dexter. Ash is, I can't see this. Ash. Oh, Ash is in here? So Ash came in. I guess more people come in towards the. Looks like it's 10:09. I don't know if I start live streams at 10. I gotta figure it out. Ash, yeah, well, Ash has been a great member. A lot of people ask, wow, they would ask Ash, wow, why do you succeed, Sandro? The answer is that all she did over the years was simply study the facts, study the videos, take action, and succeed. She just, what's in the videos or what's in the group, taking the plans, taking action, right? Managing her, and she'd even write the messages. She just takes that's it. Just like Fernando, who made a comeback, same thing. He he grinded through the rain, you know, got into the sun, killed it. More than doubled his account. He's strong, he's powerful, he's growing, and I feel good, right? Oh, what do I think of the spy? This year with the spy, let's put the spy up. It's not a simple question about the spy. Like the spy had this pullback. You can see, for example, we weren't going anywhere. We were chopping, right? And there wasn't a lot of good setups. I got us into all wins. We were only in one plan, right? So we're strong and ready to kill it. But for the spy, this year, what I think's going on in the market is Happy New Year, everyone. Oh yeah, thank you, Ash. Happy New Year, Jeff. Yeah. This year, people, for the spy, I think that the spy is going to be. It could be mixed. It's going to be a stock pickers market because you have companies that are going out of favor. So to try to figure out exactly, like I had called for the spy, like what I've said for the spy to do, I've done my job over the years, but the market's changed. We had no COVID, like the market changes, and there are things, fundamental factors that are too hard to figure out. However, what I believe is this: there are new companies coming on board over the years, and it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight, but there's going to be great opportunities in the best stocks, right? And some stocks can come in and out of favor, right? But as I said, Tesla is going to be a key stock to win, and we're going to be winning a lot more in Tesla. So, but how I approach the market is we approach it step by step, right? Because when the market does something, right now the market's still on the chop zone, and for all we know, it's going to flip again, right? And it's going to be in the chop between 480 to 465. Again, I'm not concerned because I'm looking for confirmation, right? Tomorrow, it's going to give me new signals. I then figure out what to do from that. Sometimes we need days of more information. It's a constant process. It's never-ending process, the market. Never-ending. What the market did today, it just happened to do today. Look at this. We went up and we chopped to the side and we pulled back like that. So I assure you, there's a lot of people. They didn't make much money in the market into December, and probably lost money. More people lost money than win great gains, right? But we grind with skill. We won huge, right? So we're very strong and ready to battle. My voice is my voice is a shot right now, guys. So I'm gonna end it here. We'll do more live streams. Hopefully, I want to get questions from new people. But I mean, I'll take questions from anybody. So have a good night, guys. My throat is shot. Let's get some sleep and let's make that money.